Good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Good morning. As you come on in, please do share the broadcast. As you come on in. Good morning. Please come on in. Share the broadcast as you come on in. And as you share, please do type share in the comment section. Just want to speak to you guys this morning to give you a word of encouragement. And I pray that you be encouraged by this word this morning. My voice is kind of gone, so bear with me. Blessings to all. Good morning. Come on in. Come on in. Share the broadcast. Good morning, darling. So, I got up this morning and headed out. But as I got back, I'm sitting in the car just meditating, thanking God for another day. Thank you for sharing. Thanking God for another day that He allowed me to be in the land of the living. And the Lord started to download some things in my spirit as I just sat down watching the cars go by. So come on in. I do want to encourage you. I want to speak to the singles this morning. I want to speak to you single ladies and single men, especially the saved and sanctified men and women. And so if you're married, don't go nowhere. Something might be in here for you too. But I really want to speak to the spirit of those that have been waiting on God. And some of you have been waiting for a while, and it seems as if nothing is happening. So just want to have a little casual chat with you this morning before I go ahead and do what it is that I need to do for the day. Thank you so much for coming on in. Thank you so much for sharing. Let's go into a quick word of prayer. Good morning, Siobhan. Father, we bless you. We magnify your holy name. We give you all praise. We give you all glory. We give you all honor that is due unto your name, for there is none like you and none worthy of praise and worship like you. And so we thank you for waking us up this morning. We thank you for those, Father, that was able to open their eyes this morning in the land of the living. We give you all glory and honor for it. We pray, Father God, that Marva Lewis will decrease and you will increase. We pray, Father, that you will open up the eyes, Father, of the hearers, that you will open up the ears of the hearers, that you will open up the heart of the hearers, that they may be able to hear what it is that you are saying to your people, not only for this season, but also for this time. And it'll be an injection to help them to carry out what it is that you've given them to carry out in this season. And so we give you all praise, glory, and honor. Come on in, please do share the broadcast. And as you share, thank you for sharing, Siobhan. As you share the broadcast, type share in the comment section. So, like I said, I've been sitting down and as I was thinking, I say, boy, it's been a while since I've been single. And I'm like, but God, not even one fella catch my eye. What's going on? I said, this ain't making sense. Something here ain't making sense. I'm like, not even one fella catch my eye. Within these last, say, 8 to 9 years, I could say probably maybe three, probably four, less than, I know I could count on one hand, the males that I was really attracted to. And of course, nothing could ever happen. Of course, I'm not pursuing. And said guys would have pursued, but my whole thing is, if you are not saved, then we are not walking together. And if we're not walking together, we are not in agreement. And so, and I want y'all ladies to understand that, because a lot of ladies, young ladies, let me don't just say young ladies, because some of us, we in our 40s still doing the same thing. If you are interested in someone, you find that person attractive, and you're saved, and that person isn't saved, leave that alone. Leave that alone. That is not the will of God, because that person is surely going to drag you down. I've seen it over and over and over and over. Thank you for sharing, George, Mr. George. I've seen it over and over and over again, where some men, but mostly women, think that they are strong enough to date someone that is not saved, and they'll be able to pull them in. More than likely, they are able to pull you out versus you pulling them in. And so I've been sitting down, and I say, man, a couple of fellas ain't even catch my eye. What's going on here? And I've shared before, I was speaking to one of my co-workers, and I said, man, listen, I don't know what's going on. I'm like where the fellas, where they is? They hiding or under the rock or something? Or do I have to go in a special location on Amazon to order them or something? Or, I don't know, stop on these married women and ask them where they find them from or where they buy that from or something. Tell me what I need to do, man, because I know what's going on. God taking the good fellas, or he hiding them somewhere. I don't know. I need special eyes, or I need to go on a special fast or something. Somebody let me know what I need to do, man, because a sister need a fella. Yeah, some people, just real talk this morning, Mr. George, real talk this morning. And so I'm like, where these fellas at? Where the saved fellas? And mind you, with maturity and growth, I used to say there's no more good men. But that's a lie. That's not true. That's what the enemy would have you to think. Don't laugh at me, man. I know some of your ladies thinking the same thing. We just don't want to say it because we ain't want the Christians them to say we thirsty or we just want to get married or we hot up. Sweetie, I don't care if they call me hot up. I hot up. I hot up. Yes, I hot up. I want to be married. I got a limited amount of time before I could have one more child. My time is quickly expiring. And so, yes, I want to be married. I want to work in ministry along with my husband. So if you want to call it thirsty and hungry and hot up, then well, too bad. Hot up. And so I was speaking to my co-worker, who's a male, and he said, listen, Lewis, have you ever thought that maybe the reason why you haven't found anyone attractive, or maybe the reason why, a lot of men are not approaching you, especially at this age, is that they see your standard, or you have a standard, and men know when a woman have a standard and they can't reach it, they would not even bother. Men would not go into something when he know he's going to lose. A man would not attempt at something when he know he's going to lose. A lot of men would pursue when they know, listen, I'm going to win. I'm going to get that. I can win. And he said, realize that your standard isn't the same standard you had when you was 20. He said your standard is different. And so that lessen the pool, or that lessen the men that fit the caliber of what you are looking for. Man, and that thing knocked me off my feet. Good morning to you, Chef Joel Johnson. Listen, I see some good food you be posting, sir. Listen, that thing knocked me off my feet. And I want to speak to the single men and the single women, especially those of you that are saved, those of you that are trying to live a, clean life. You may not be saved, but you're trying to live a clean life. You don't want to sleep around. You don't want to be hoeing around. You're listening to me being real this morning. You don't want to be hoeing around. You don't want to be sowing no royal oats all over the place. And so you want someone that you can settle down with. And I'm not just speaking. I'm speaking to the saved persons, because it's a bit harder, because, you're not fornicating and you're trying to live pure. But I'm also speaking to the good men and women that are out there that, looking for something real, and it seems so unobtainable, like you can't get there. So I'm speaking to you this morning. And so when my coworker said this to me, he said, Marva, your standard now is not the same standard you had when you was 20. I say, boy, listen, you making so much sense until it ain't funny. And I needed that, because who and what I was attracted to when I was 20, I am not attracted to now at 41. What I would have accepted at the age of 20, I will definitely not, I would have not accepted at 30. And I sure as hell ain't accepting it at 40. And so he said, look at it this way. He said, when you was 20, anything buck up goes. He said, but when you start getting 30, you start weeding out and say, no, I ain't into that, I ain't into that, and I ain't into that, and I ain't accepting that. He said, and the fella still was coming around, and they were still knocking on the door, they were still coming around. He said, but when you start hitting like, say, 36 and 37, you realize, hey, listen, I ain't have no more time to play. And you're now looking for something serious. You're not looking to settle, but you're looking for someone to share your life with. And so you start to look at things from a different perspective. This thing is no longer a game. It's now turning to reality. It's real now. And so when you're 19, 20, 24, 27, you still have time to play around and this and that and dabble and, do a whole heap of fool. But when you start hitting your late 30s, for the ladies, you start thinking, hey, I want some kids. If you haven't have kids before, children already. And then for the men, they start saying, hey, listen, I getting older. I gotta find somebody to help me cook this food and, somebody to build with. You know what I mean? And so when he said that, I sat in the car and I went quiet for a few minutes. I was like, guess what? You making sense, I said, because what I accepted at 20, I will not accept at 40. And so the pool or the amount of men that I would have found attractive, I could have gone right to the movies. I could have gone out to dinner. For those of you who live in Freeport, I could have gone right by Tropicana or Club 2000 or, Amnesia somewhere, Club Rock and Roll, and you can find guys a dime a dozen. But as your standards begin to change and as you get older, the pool lessens, because you now start to take off things. Okay, the fella smoking dope, that's not what I'm looking for. The fella drinking every night, that's not what I'm looking for. The woman ain't got no job, no, that's not what I'm looking for. You don't know how to hustle, you don't know. Listen, a lot of things, and when I'm talking about this taking off things, I'm not speaking about this proverbial list that we create in our head of this perfect guy, because when you get to the age of 39, 40, that list does not even matter anymore. Let me tell you all, that list, it does not matter anymore. When you start hitting one hard, 37, 38, 39, listen, the list get thrown out. At this point, I said to God, God, I don't care if he's purple, white, blue, Asian, Mexican, American, just bring the fella. As long as he saved Jesus, just bring the fella by here. I made a TikTok post the other day, and I said, in the TikTok post, I said, boy, these prophets been telling me something. It's either prophets lying or they ain't real. They've been telling me my husband ran the corner a little while. And I posted and I said, this corner got to be a long corner, because this fella ain't reached to the store yet. This got to be a long corner, because I've been hearing that my husband around the corner for a couple years. Well, it's either I move from the corner or this corner got to be a long corner. This got to be miles. This got to be 100. So I'm like, Jesus, when you bringing this fella? Apostle Carla, like, when you bring, where he is, where the corner at this point, let me go around the corner and see if he there. Hi, this was somebody this morning. And so what I was attracted to when I was 20, that's not what I am attracted to now. And so the list that I had when I was 20, the list consisted of things of, oh, he got to have a job. He got to be tall and over 6 feet. He got to be red, broad shoulders, handsome, gotta love God. And, he don't have to be saved, but he just gotta love God. And, this was the list. And for many of you, this is the same things I'm saying was the same things that you want on your list. Sister, and for the fellas, you have, listen, she got to be a little curvy. She got to have a job, making her own money, got her own car. You know what I mean? Gotta be fine, pretty hair, this and that. And you know how y'all men have the little list. Y'all have the list. You know what I mean? And so, many of us have this list. And on this list, I can tell you on this live feed now, a couple of you on this live feed, and probably but 50 of you have the same thing on your list that I have on my list. Now tell me how all of us have the same list, Apostle Carla, and all of us looking for the same fella, Evan, all of us looking for the same thing. Tell me now when we go to Amazon or go to the market, all of us looking for the same thing. Eventually this thing can sell out. My God, somebody can get left out. Let me tell you. And so all of us looking for this tall fella, broad shoulders and, low cut hair and don't smoke, don't drink, faithful and honest and able to have a sensible conversation. Must see, but all of us are ladies here looking for the same thing and praying for the same thing, and never take into consideration that, hey, maybe that's not what God have for you. Maybe God have a short lady for you that probably already have a kid or two, entrepreneur, still working and making her money. But, you always say that I wanted a woman that don't have no kids. She got to be slim and, no pot belly. But maybe God don't have that for you. Maybe God have a short, good looking girl for you. Probably have a child or two. She's working and going through life and making it work. Ladies, maybe God don't have that tall drink of water waiting for you to pour out. Maybe he have a short fella, little belly, but the fella working and he worship the ground that you walk on. But that ain't what you want. You want the tall red one who gonna lick you up, pick you up, lick you down, throw you on the chandelier, split you open, turn you around like a top, and then bam, rest you down. That's what you're looking for. And so this fella, let me say this. Most of us, what we are looking for in a husband, we probably already dismiss him or her, or we put him or her in a friend zone. Mainly because we still stuck on our lists that we had when we was 19 and 20 and 25, that the fella who been your friend now for the past couple of years, the girl who been right there, ride or die, for the past couple of years, you can't see her and you looking beyond that person because they don't fit every category on your list. But I'm here this morning to say to my single sisters and brothers, listen, throw the list away, eh? Go and get that, rip it up, throw it away. Because what you are looking for, you're not going to find. You're not going to find Mr. Perfect, and you're not going to find Mrs. Perfect. She's not out there. I can remember one time, and a lot of you know that my favorite writer of all times was Dr. Miles Monroe. And I could remember him saying one time when he was doing a teaching, and he said, listen, there's no perfect woman, there's no perfect man. You got to be able to water the grass on your side of the fence. If you want a woman that you saw a woman, you attracted to her, but the woman can't cook, listen, then go and let the woman take a couple classes and stuff like that so you can teach her how to cook. If you're attracted to this woman or you're attracted to this man, but he can't dress to save his life, man, miss, go to the store and buy him a little shirt and a little pants and a little shoe, and you dress him. And after you done dress him, then you say, okay, this is the way that it's supposed to look. You know what I mean? When you see the girl and she may not know how to draw the eyebrows, you little good, you say, hey, honey, I get you this little gift certificate to a little makeup class. You know what I mean? You gotta be able to water what you have. Sometimes we looking for all of these things. She gotta be able to apply her makeup properly. She gotta be able to dress properly. She gotta be able to make this amount. There's 6 figures. She gotta be able to be intelligent. She gotta be able to come to the company party and be able to speak to my boss and socialize. Well, maybe the woman that you're looking for does not exist. But you got to understand the one that God have for you may be standing right in your face. They may not be as polished as what you are looking for, but they are what you need. They may not be what you want, but it's what you need. The Lord said to me a few years ago, I think about 3 or 4 years ago, he said, Marva, your husband is on the way. He said, but what you are looking for, I'm not going to give you what you're looking for. I'm going to give you what you need. And I say, but God, you tell me to ask you for the desires of my heart. And the Holy Spirit had to break that thing down to me. The Holy Spirit says the desires of your heart are realized when the desires of your heart is in alignment with the desires of God for you. Woo! That was good. I don't even know if I could repeat that. I don't even know if I can repeat that. Listen, the Holy Spirit said to me that God would give you the desires of your heart when the desires of your heart is in alignment with the desires of God for your life. Man, listen, Apostle, that thing hit me like a ton of bricks. I'm like, well, mother sick. All this time, I'm around here saying, oh, I want that, I want that, I want this, and I want that. So you trying to tell me it's possible that I could have wanted this and I could have wanted that, but it was not the will of God for me? My God, somebody need to get this morning. And so when the Holy Spirit said that, you know what I did? I say, okay. The list that I have in my head, time to let that go. Look, this tall red drink of water may never come. But it might be a tall fella, muscular with a little belly. And then listen, it might be a little teddy bear, short but little snug. It might be a short, skinny guy. You know, you wanted somebody with a little meat on their body, but it might be a little skinny guy. Or for the man, you want a little, Coca-Cola bottle. But God's saying, this is the straight figure that I have for you right now. Because God understands where He's taking you. You have a purpose. And He knows that you need the right set of people, including a spouse, to help you while you are on this journey to your purpose and walking in your purpose. And so if God called you to be a business owner, He called you to be an entrepreneur, He called you to own your own business, He called you to probably say, listen, whatever it is that He called you to be, a pastor, evangelist, you need someone compatible that will help push you in that direction and not someone that will pull you in a different direction. Because you will be fighting against God, dating someone. That's why it's not good to be unequally yoked. That's the reason why God would not be in agreement with you as a Christian dating someone that is not saved. Because you can't be in alignment or in agreement with someone that is going in a different direction. It just does not work. You're working against the plan or the will of God for your life. And then you're sitting there wondering, why is it that your life ain't going nowhere? Sis, sir, brother, you're working against the will or the plan of God for your life. And so get rid of the list. That person don't exist. You got to be able to accept the will of God for your life. And then when He gives you His will, you accept that, you cherish that, and you cultivate it. There's no man or woman that is already made. There's no man or woman that has already been made. And yes, all of us have our conviction. You may say, sir, you may say, I don't want to date a woman that has children or this and that. But I've seen some people that married against their list, and they are some of the happiest people in the world. And then again, Cedrica, I've seen some people marry exactly what they wanted. And let me tell you, in no time, that thing was done, finished. Because she have the Coca-Cola shape, she is smart, she red, mango skin, or to be able to say mango, and she look good, she working by the bank, little teller, hair fixed, makeup done all the time. But then you take her to the company party and she can't speak a hell of English. You take her to the church and she can't worship. You run into some problems and she can't even go to God for you because she don't even know how to pray. Huh? And so most of the time, your list, let me turn on this, the lazy getting a little hot here. Most of your time, the list that you have, in probably 98% of the time, is working against the will of God. And so we have to get to the point where we understand that, hey, listen, yes, God says that he will give me the desire of my heart, but the desire of your heart can't be pastor, can't be prophetess husband. The desire of your heart can't be pastor wife. The desire of your heart can't be the sister over there that already in a relationship. Your desire can't be the brother over there that already have 2 kids and a wife. Because that is not the will of God for you. And so for some of us, we have this line that is all the way up in the sky, and you want somebody to match up to that, when you yourself can't even match up to that. You around here, I want a fella who got 6-pack and tall and this and that, but sis, you only 5'3" with a little belly. So how is it you around here that you want tall fella with 6-pack and you got little belly? And so when the fella with the 6-pack come and he's a gym junkie and he getting up 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning to go to the gym, and he say, let's go, you crying because you saying, I'm tired, I want sleep, this and that, give me a burger. But the fella say, no, we going to the gym. That ain't what you wanted, sis. That ain't what God had for you. I can't this morning. And so for a lot of us, we need to throw away this list. Ruth did not sit down. I getting somewhere here, because this is where the Lord took me when I was sitting down here thinking, and I said, God, what it is that I have to do? I was like, we've been taught in church to sit down and wait. And if truth be told, many of us were told, don't wear no makeup, don't, dress modest, come to church 24/7, don't pursue, none of that. That's what we was told. And truth be told, a lot of us sit right in the church and get passed by. Oh, somebody say ouch, because I know I can say ouch, my Baptist finger up right now. A lot of us, we sat right down in the church being obedient to pastor and get passed by. Somebody share this broadcast because somebody need to help this. And they need to hear this. I need to help a sister or brother today. Some of us, we sat right down in the church under pastor, under prophet and prophetess, and got passed by. Hearing that, oh, he coming, she coming. And we've been hearing this for years. And it ain't like you ain't obedient. It ain't like you ain't working. It ain't like you ain't doing what you're supposed to do. You being obedient in church and you doing what you're supposed to do. Hey, sister, prophetess Abigail, you doing what you're supposed to do, But you being obedient in church, you in church 365 days out of the year. And let me tell you, you get passed by so long until it ain't funny. A lot of us, we miss out because we sitting right up in church. We miss out of our husbands locating us and the wives and us finding the man finding his wife. We being faithful to a man, being faithful to a woman in church, and let the good woman, the good man pass you by. As a matter of fact, you have a lot of, and I mean this in no disrespectful way, just get this. A lot of men and women of God got passed by or miss out on good marriages because of what pastors say. Or what your prophet told you. That ain't the one. When in actuality, that was the very person that God had for you. A lot of persons in church are divorced today because your prophet told you that was the man or that was the woman. You married a man or the woman, put them in the house, and they turn out to be Satan or Lucifer's wife. A lot of us sit in church and we get passed by. You know why? Because a lot of churches have are going by tradition versus the word of God. They are going by, oh, you can't wear the long nails. You can't wear red lipstick. You can't put on no makeup. You ain't supposed to wear no earrings. You ain't supposed, and your skirt's supposed to be touching the ground. And listen. And so you there sweeping the church and cleaning the church, and you tithing, and you fasting, and you praying. You done do the 7-day, you done do the 21-day fast. But some of you, Jesus, you done dive into the 40 looking for this husband and this wife. But some of your biggest blockers is your pastor and your prophets and your prophetess. I might as well just be honest. Some of y'all, the biggest blockers in your life is your church. Because you refuse to move and get into alignment with God. You refuse to move from the position that you are in. For many of you, the position you are in now is what is killing you and suffocating you. And not that about 50% of your leaders are not doing it intentionally, you know. But the other 50%, they know exactly what they're doing, baby. They starving you to death. 50% of them, they don't know. They will, honestly, they have you there and they know that you're faithful, and they just want you there, man, because they know you're a faithful servant. And so you there 5 years, 10 years, and the fella ain't reached yet, the wife ain't reached yet, and they content with you being there and serving. And then again, you have those that know you were supposed to be married. They know that you supposed to start ministry. They already know these things, but they keep their foot on you because they understand that if you were to walk into the full alignment or the purpose that God had for you, you will be an explosion, you and your husband, or you and your wife. And so a lot of us, we sit down right in church and get passed by because we were told, sit right down, cross your legs, put your fingers on your lip, be a good girl in the corner, and hopefully the man will find you. Lies. Lies, I say. For many of us, we sat right in the corner in church, crossed our legs, put on our long dress, little crucifix with the cross on it, or chain with the crucifix on it, holding our Bible up to our chest. And we were faithful, man. And we sit right there. And guess what? The fella can't find you in there. Because he ain't coming there. He done see your man of God or your woman of God before you saw them, and he ain't coming there. That's another story for another time, and I ain't going there. Ruth had a mother-in-law, so when her husband died and they moved back to her mother-in-law's hometown, the mother-in-law had enough wisdom and sense to say to Ruth, listen, your husband died. Don't sit up in here because you're young. You're still at childbearing age. Go find yourself a man, eh? I given it to you in the Bahamian vernacular. Because some of us, we take the Bible and make it seem like the Bible is so holy. Yes, it is a holy thing, but the stories are real. And so the woman say to Ruth, Naomi say to Ruth, listen, girl, you're young. You're still at childbearing age. Go there, find yourself a husband, eh? Naomi had a little, what the word is I'm looking for? Ulterior motives. Because she know, listen, my daughter-in-law get married and she marry a little good, wealthy fella. I can be straight. Because I can't have no more churning. I can't get married no more. So if my daughter-in-law get married, I straight. But she had a little ulterior motives, but we ain't talking about that today. She said, listen, girl, go out there, find yourself a man. Fix yourself up. And she give her a set of instructions. And she said, girl, fix your hair, do this, get that. And then when you go down there by the fella, because that's my kinfolk, when you go down there to the fella, fix yourself like this and then lay yourself on the ground just like so. And then bam, some things can happen. And, eventually, Ruth took the instructions. She went down there, going looking for some work, find the fella, and she was working. And when the fella saw her working, the fella said, well, who this girl is down there working in the field? She caught the fella eye, She had given, the mom done give her some instructions, so the girl here was probably done fixing, she was good. And so she was out there working, and she caught the fella eye. And the fella said, no, sir, I gotta have that. What I'm trying to say, I'm saying to you that what we were taught is to sit down, be still, wait on God. And I'm not saying that those instructions are wrong. But what I'm saying to you is look at it from another perspective. When God said to be still, it did not mean that you sit down motionless. This is for somebody today. When God said to be still, it wasn't for you to stand in one position and be motionless. Standing still means that you are waiting on the instructions of God. It does not mean that you stop breathing, hold your breath, and remain motionless. Sis, brother, you can die. You can die in that corner being still. You can die on that job being still. You can die in that system being still. When he said be still, it did not mean to be motionless. And so a lot of us, we took the instructions of our pastors and our prophets and prophetess and apostles when they say, be still. God is going to send you this and that. And so you sit there, you don't comb your hair, you don't put on your little thing, you fix your face, you don't do your little Remy, you don't, for the guys, you don't put on your little coat suit every now and then, or your little button up polo, and, go and get yourself the haircut and, get your beard together. They got some beard oils for the fellas. You don't get yourself together. And so you being passed by. And then you want to complain and say, oh, the girls, them calling you a sissy church boy. No, you ain't no sissy church boy. It's just that you ain't getting yourself together to put yourself in the line of view for the girls and to say, woo, that's a potential husband. And so a lot of us, we were told, sit still, put your fingers on your lip, and the fella can find you lies. I want to declare to you, the single ladies today, get yourself together. You ain't got no hair. My sister Abigail say this all the time. I ain't got no hair. Go buy the hair, put it on. Fix yourself. Go and get your little lipstick. I ain't telling you to wear red and all of that thing there if that ain't your thing. But buy yourself a little lip gloss, little neutral, little matte lipstick, and get yourself together. You don't know how to apply makeup? Find one friend. I know you do little eyelashes and little thing. Man, help a sister out. Go and take up classes, all kind of makeup people around here. I see the Megan girl in Freeport is do classes and stuff. And Nassau full of makeup artists that is do little classes. Go and take yourself up a little class so you at least know how to put on your lipstick and your eyebrow and draw your eyebrow. Fix yourself up, ladies, because you are saved does not mean that you're supposed to look beat down, distressed and depressed and stressed out. No! We are children of the King. We are heirs. Come on. Women, we don't come on, you don't step out your house with no bonnet talking about you going to the food store. The fella might be in the food store. And when he see you with this bonnet and your baby still in your eye from last night, he can turn the other way. And the fast girl who done have herself done fix up, nails done, makeup done, 8 o'clock in the morning. Bam, she ready. And then when the fella go and marry you want to say, oh, all the good fellas is married, these fast girls. No, the fast girls know how to fix themselves and attract what they want. Mom, go and get your hair. And if you already have good hair, fix your hair. Put it together, get your little gel, get your little edges, fix yourself. The good fellas, they are out there. Some of them, they waiting on you, They waiting on you. They've been waiting on you, but you've been passing them because you have this list. Let me tell you all, my single ladies out there, burn the list, eh? I saw Cedrica say burn it. Listen, burn it. Go and get it and burn it. Get it out of your head. Burn it. Get rid of it. Destroy it. It's not real. And so Naomi gave Ruth some instructions, and because of the instructions that she gave Ruth gone out there and find herself a husband. Yes, Cedrica, go on YouTube. Bam. I didn't know how to do makeup. My best friend could do makeup though. And so I used to call her, Daniqua, how you just do this? She tell me how you do this eyebrow. No, Caroline, I used to do it. You're supposed to do it like this and like that. And bam, that's who I learned from. How you apply foundation. I learned from my best friend. I didn't know how to do makeup. I used to draw one stick on my eyebrow and call that eyebrow. Then you catch sense and say, oh shoots, this don't look good. And so I called friend. I say, bestie, how you do this thing? Me and my bestie wasn't on the same island for over 8 years. And so, boy, them video calls used to come in handy. Bestie, show me how to do this thing. Stop hating on the people that God put in your life to be a blessing to you, man. Some people in your life to be a blessing to you, but they are the ones that you push away. And that brings me back to the topic of accountability. Who do you have in your life that is holding you accountable? Who is in your life that is pushing you towards the mark, towards the goal? Who do you have in your life that will say, no, sis, you ain't wearing that. You can't wear that. Change that. Take that off. No, bro. We ain't doing that. You ain't sleeping with Susie and Mary. You say you want a wife, buddy? No, buddy, we ain't doing that in this season. Who you have in your corner that will hold you accountable? Who, when they see your car by your ex-girlfriend who treated you like crap, can pull up and knock on the door and pull you out of that situation? Boy, you just tell me last week you ain't coming back in this bondage, boy. Why you still here? For the men. Who, you have a brother that will call you and hold you accountable. Boy, this girl taking advantage of you and she cheating on you. Why you buy this girl house? Boy, come on here, boy. You just tell me you want a good wife. You ain't gonna have a good wife doing this foolishness or staying with this girl who you know ain't making no sense. But come out here. Who, girls, ladies, that you have in your corner that will say, listen, didn't you just tell me you looking, you waiting on your husband? Why you here by Johnny? Why you keep on slipping and sliding 3 o'clock in the morning? You think I don't know it? 3 o'clock in the morning, you coming, you by Johnny? How in the world you gonna find your husband doing that? Who is holding you accountable? Or do you just have people in your corner that tell you, yeah, go ahead and do that, child. Yeah, child, you know you could masturbate. Yeah, child, you know you could go and get a little bit every now and then, until God send you your husband. Lies! You getting yourself deeper in bondage. Misery like company game. And so who you have in your life that is going to hold you accountable? Who you have in your life that's going to tell you, no, that's the don't take that road. That's the wrong road. You going left, sweetie. You need to go right. Who do you have in your life that is holding you accountable? Marva, you just said that you ain't drinking no more. Why is it that you have this bottle in your hand? Who's holding you accountable? Because in order for you to get into alignment or for you to get on the path or for you to get where it is that God needs you to be, you need to be held accountable. You need to be walking a certain way. For some of us, we ain't have no other choice but to walk this tightrope to receive what God has for us. My prayer always used to be and still is, God, not my will, but your will. And so take the blindness off my eyes. I may be seeing a tall, handsome, red fella, but that's not what you have for me. I already tried the tall, red, handsome one, and that one break my heart. I done tried the tall, dark, and smooth one. That one break my heart. I done tried that way, and that one break my heart. I done tried doing the pursuing, and that one do this, and that one do that. Then, man, listen, for Christ's sake, try the God way. You done try every other way. Try God's way. You know the sad part about this? I watch a lot of persons, even with some persons that I work with. I watch them work with their husband or their wife, not knowing that's their husband or their wife for years. I watch a lot of people right there. The good man or the good woman was right there all along and they couldn't see it. And they missed out. I watched some people went out there and they jack their life right up, going and have 3 and 4 babies for different men and this and that. And the fella who really wanted to be with them was sitting right there just waiting all along. Just waiting. Just for an opportunity. But they jacked their life right up with all kind of people who they thought was going to be the one. But it turned out to be Lucifer. And so, single men, single women, it's time for you to get into position. Getting in position comprised of you getting yourself together. Go take up the class that you wanted to take up. Go and recertify yourself in something that you wanted to do. Go to the beauty salon. Get your nails done, honey. And if it means you got to go and bargain hunt, somebody might do it for $50, somebody might do it for $45, somebody might say, hey, I could do your nails for $25. Let me take the $25, please. Honey, slap some polish on my nails. Scrape these cake off from the back of my heel so I can make myself look presentable and be in position. Some of us, we've been ripe on the tree for so long, but some leaves been hiding you from being seen. Cut the leaves down, honey. Take the bush down so the fella can see you. He been looking, but take the bush down. Make yourself look presentable. Fix your hair. Makeup is not of the devil, but when you start to worship it, then it becomes a problem. When you feel as if, oh, I can't do without it, I can't leave the house without it, then it becomes a problem. But there's nothing wrong with putting your little stuff on and fixing your face and, going out to dinner or something, making yourself look presentable. I don't wear makeup all the time. I can't wear makeup all the time. I have horrible acne. And so when you see my face start to break out, I can't put on no makeup. Oh, but when my face is a little smooth, I try to do my little thing and, hook my face right up. Try to keep my hair, I know big time hairstylists. I can't do the big time hairstyles like my sister Marva. And so I wasn't on the island with my sister for a very long time, so I couldn't do those hairstyles that I really love. My little bobs, I love my bobs. I couldn't do it. And it's so hella expensive. I wasn't paying no $100, $150 for nobody to sew no weave in my head. And so I chop it all off. I was able to crimp it up. And listen, nobody could crimp my hair like me. I get the comb and I crimp that up and I put a little gel on the side. Bam! You sweating I come out the salon. I know how to do that and I do it well. And so try to make yourself look presentable. Put on your clothes. You might can't afford to buy 5 shirts one time, but get one at a time and, switch up your little top and switch up your bottom and make yourself look presentable. Prepare yourself for your mate. Prepare yourself. Stay ready. And if I can say anything to you today, stay ready. I tell you, be ready for Boaz. Boaz been dead long time. That's somebody else's husband. That was somebody else's husband. Prepare yourself for your husband. Prepare yourself for your wife. Sir, you can't cook? Go and take up a little course. As a matter of fact, you got your mommy, you got your little sisters, your cousins, aunties. Go and take a couple weekends. Go by your cousin them and say, man, show me how to cook this curry, man. Show me how to bake this chicken. How you clean this chicken? How you clean this fish? I talking to the men. Don't wait to say, oh, I waiting on my wife to cook for me. No, sir. No, sir. Prepare yourself for the wife. Because there may be sometimes that, the wife that God sent you may be an entrepreneur. It might be somebody that own their own business. It might be somebody that working shifts. And sometimes she might come home and she's not able to cook the meal. And so if you're home and you can cook the meal, then bam, that's a marriage. That's compromise. And so if you can't cook, you frustrated because she's working and she coming home and she can't cook all the time. She's tired and you hungry. That gonna create a problem. No, sir. Call your cousin stepman. Tell him to try to cook this curry. Prepare yourself for your wife. Go to the barber. Get your little beard together if you have beard. Go invest in some beard oil. Go invest in some soap and some stuff. Listen, smell good. Women like men who smell good. Sir, go and get your little cologne. Get your little axe and get your stuff together. Bam, see that? Yes, Evan's wife taught him how to cook. Now Evan is a big time business owner. Let's look at that. Evan's wife teach him how to cook. And listen, ain't nobody can cook like Evan right now, boy, for the foodies we posting on Facebook. Let's look at that. And his wife caused him to walk right into his purpose. Man, Evan, you caused me preach a whole sermon on you. He's walking in his purpose today. And that's what I was talking about. Don't go and marry somebody who can pull you down. Don't go and marry somebody that can pull you away from the purpose that God has for you. And the thing about it, let me tell you all something. Men, this is for my guys. You all still young guys? Let me tell you something. The woman that God has for you ain't gonna be the woman that can make you laugh all the time, This can be the woman who can get on your nerves sometimes, and she can tell you, listen, take off that suit, that ain't for you. You going the wrong way. That ain't the way you need to go. Turn around and go that way. And they can get on your nerves. Why? Because she's trying to pull the best out of you. Because she see the best in you. Men, that ain't nagging. Let me tell you when it becomes nagging. It becomes nagging when she's telling you to do something and you keep on delaying and don't do it. Then you call it nagging. But when she say, okay, I need you to go by this place, see this guy about a job, and he's going to hire you. But no, you went the opposite way, did something else, and then you come back home that evening, still ain't hired. And then it brings frustration in the home, and then now you calling it nagging. No, that woman see potential in you. She went and she did some stuff, and you was going to be able to prosper. But no, you didn't prosper because you didn't want to listen to your wife. Listen, the woman that you dating or the woman that is from God will always pull the best out of you. And pulling things out of people don't always feel good. Pushing something out don't always feel good. My ladies can tell you all about it, the ones who had babies. Giving birth and pushing out a baby don't feel good. Giving birth to purpose don't always feel good. See that there? Look at heaven. Look, see that there? Giving birth to your purpose don't always feel good, And let me share this little nugget with you guys before I head out. When a woman is pregnant, and she says the first 2-3 months or so, and she tell people she's pregnant, most people will just say, oh, congratulations. They don't really get that much excited like that. But when you get to that second trimester and the belly start protruding and people can actually see you pregnant, that's when people start holding the door. Oh, you pregnant. People get excited. What are you having? And listen. And so most of the time, people don't celebrate you at the beginning of a thing. But you have some people that God gives discernment to and give them the eyes to see you. And so they're able to pull that thing out and celebrate you even when nobody else can see it. And that is a wife. Sir, the woman who always telling you, man, I think you could start your own business, Man, I think you can go and get a couple trucks and start doing, your own deliveries. Man, listen, I think you could get a couple tractors and you could start, Listen, I think you could get a couple lawnmowers and open your own landscaping business, That's a wife, honey. In case you didn't know, that's a wife. She's trying to cultivate you. Mom, if the man say, hey, listen, I give you $150 to go do your hair, he ain't come to you and say, girl, your hair looks stink. He come to you, give you a little $150 and say, go get your hair done. He telling you something. That's a husband, sweetie. He ain't talking to you bad. He ain't making you feel bad. He say, listen, this might don't look good, but let me give you the money to get it done. Or I like it a certain way, and so let me give you the money to get it done. That's a husband, sweetie. I know she coming from work late, so let me prepare dinner. That's a husband, sweetie. We push the wrong people away. And stop having people around you that pushing you in the wrong direction. It's time up for that. Time up for having people around you that ain't helping you in your purpose, or helping you to give birth, or helping you to push. If you ain't have midwives in your life, then what you have them there for? This is the season for midwife. This midwife season. Midwife season. Where you have people in your life that will help you give birth, help you push this thing out that God give you. This ain't the season to play around. This is not the season to play around. You'll lose. And so for my single sisters and brothers who've been waiting like me for a very long time and asking God, what happened? I've been waiting on my little thing. You know? Continue to wait, but not motionless. Continue to wait, but don't be motionless. Get yourself together. Prepare yourself. Move. Shake yourself off. Dust off. It may be that you have to, I ain't telling you stop going to church. You might need to come out a little while, you know. Instead of 7 days a week, you might want to cut it down to like 1 little 5, 1 little 4. Take yourself to the show one time, you know. The old people used to say the show, not the movies, or to the picture show, you know. Go to dinner. Sit down there, have a glass of apple cider, you know, and have yourself a good dinner. Sit down there, take some pictures and, you know, post it. And for some of you all, the fella been watching you all a little while, you know. Pastor Knowles, fella been watching you a little while, you know. He been watching a little while. And so give him something to like, you know. You say, oh, she out to dinner by herself, you know, she loving herself. Oh, that's good. Because he been wondering whether you dating or not anyway, you know. So give the fella a little something to look at. I mean, take off your clothes now. I did not say that. Y'all be careful now. Don't take the prophetess word and turn it upside down. Go to dinner, man. Take a selfie. Oh, take myself out to dinner. Treating myself. And the fella sitting down who been stalking your little Facebook page a little while, he be like, oh, she gone out to dinner by herself, hey. Oh, she don't have a boyfriend, man. I thought she had a boyfriend. She's well kept. Take care of yourself. Then maybe he might approach you because he say, oh, she ain't got a boyfriend. Yeah, post the pic, man. Post it. You know, don't be so holy that you miss what God have for you. Don't be so caught up in tradition that you miss what God have for you. Some must be so caught up on tradition, and we losing out, man. We losing out on good men. We losing out on good wives because we caught up on tradition. Get out of this traditional thing, and all this foolishness that we just doing, these things what we've been taught. Master knows you need him to come is correct. I need him to come too. So all of us be praying the same prayer. God, bring these good fellas, our good husbands. Yeah, but Evan say God might bring the fella, he might don't know how to cook, so you might have to give him a lesson or two. But hey, that's the fella, you know. You might have been waiting on the tall drink of water, but God say, no, I giving you short, little stubby. And guess what? Short and stubby can love you. The girl might don't have a Coca-Cola bottle shape, but listen, that woman can love and respect you. Santa, that's it right there. Stop hiding. All up in the church hiding. And the man can't find you. He done been in the well, he done been in the hole, he still can't find you. Come on, man. Come out sometimes. Dress yourself. Come out sometimes. We used to be too holy sometimes. You know. I was in Orlando last year. And I saw this nice little jeans. And it was a short jeans. So I said, man, let me buy this little jeans. And then there was another short little pink pants. And I said, oh, I love this color. It was more like a fuchsia. And I said, I love this little pants. And guess what? When I gone in the dressing room and I try on the jeans. Now, mind you, the jeans is like almost like by my thigh. You know, way above my knee, by my thigh. First thing I say, oh, what the people can say if I wear the short pants. And right then and there, Listen, the Holy Spirit correct me. It does not matter what people think. It is your heart. Now, mind you, I tell you, I wear no bongi spankers and no butty riders. I did not say that. Y'all know how y'all like to take the prophet's word and switch it round. But I'm saying it is the condition of your heart that matters to God. And so I bought my little jeans and I just wear it with my walking into destiny shirt and my tennis. Legs out for days. And when I say leg, I mean all my butt hanging out now. Y'all don't kill me. But ladies, in all seriousness, and fix yourself up, man. Get yourself together. And don't be envious of the ladies that you see, they're able to do the makeup and hair and so forth. As a matter of fact, instead of being envious and jealous and mad, just call them, sis. How you do this ponytail, man? Show me how to do this. And let me tell you, 10 times out of, probably, 8 times out of 10, that woman can say, come, let me show you how to do that. Now, you might find one or two that have an attitude problem, but majority of the time, that woman will say, come, let me show you how to do this. And I can tell you, I am one of those persons. People will look at me and think I have all kind of attitude. People think I always mad. But that's just my face. When you approach me, then you'll be like, oh, I didn't even know you was like this. You know how much people approach me? And I was like, boy, I had no idea you was like this. Because people automatically look at me and assume that I'm a certain way based on the way my face look. So sometimes when you approach somebody, they makeup look good. Man, mess you on. Show me how to do this thing, eh? Somebody called me and say, man, what kind of foundation that is used where? Man, listen, I take all the pictures of the foundation and send it to them. Somebody called me and say, what kind of hair that is you got on? Listen, this is what it is. Bam, bam, bam. I get it from there. Come on, man. Single ladies, and I am done. Single men, get yourself together. Wives are on the way. Godly wives are on the way. Godly husbands are on the way. Many of you on this broadcast, your husband has already been watching you. For many of you on this broadcast, I see a few of you on this broadcast, your husband has already been in your life for a while. I see about 2 or 3 of you who the fella been in your life for a little while. He want to marry you, but you are the one that is holding it up. Behave yourself. The man will marry you, go marry the man. Go marry the man, sis. Stop trying to put on this big wedding and this big show for people who don't even like you. Go marry the man. He's been waiting for a while to marry you. Stop playing. Sister Sonia, like myself, who've been waiting for a while, like Pastor Knowles, we've been waiting a little while now, and you all ran here. You got the fella, but you ain't want to get married. Sis, go get married, eh? The man tell you he ready, and you giving him all kind of excuse, man. About 2 or 3 of you right here on this line, you all know I ain't lying. That's the thing, Chantel. A lot of people think because you're a Christian, having a Christian husband or a Christian wife is boring if they only know. Listen, let me give you all a little secret. I have not been active for about 8 to 9 years. Husband better get himself together. He better try out, go to the gym a couple months before we get married, because this can be a problem. He might call the police for me. Oh, I say right there thinking me boring. Let me tell you all something. Women and men who you see are reserved, especially a woman like me that have 2 kids and reserved. You done been out in the world and you say, listen, ain't nothing no there for me. And you say, let me just wait on God. Listen. The best thing you could ever find. We experienced, sis. Sir, experience. Boring where? Sure, you'll be surprised some of these Christian women flying off the chandelier and all. Child, sir, how you want it? Do you want me to look like Beyonce today? Who you want me to look like? Who you want me to look like today? I could be a 10 of them one time. Who you want me to look like? You can't be boring, man. As a Christian, you gotta know how to spice it up. When you was in the world, you give them unworldly fellas all of the sugar. You know how to look just like Nicki Minaj. You know how to do the splits like, you listen, some of y'all used to fling it up like, Cornwall. So the same way you used to do it when you wasn't saved, when God gave you the good husband, you better take care of him. Don't come around here with them bingo bags acting crazy. When you was in the world, you did all kind of fool. You jump on the chandelier, the fella drop kick you, body slam you, throw you upside down, and bam! You was content, you was happy. That's why some of y'all all screwed up in the head now, because that's what y'all looking for. I God. And then God give you a little good husband. You all come around here with bingo bags and acting crazy. Girl, get yourself together. Siobhan them and people them who just get married, y'all better try out fix. Listen, fix when the man say fix. You don't do it for the worldly men and all the ones that wasn't for you. So when God done bless you with your good thing now, you can be holding up on the thing? No, sir. No, ma'am. Sir, when God gave you the good wife, don't hold back. Sir, when God give you the good wife, do not hold back. You notice the woman of little bingo bags. Go to the store, get the things which you like, and bring it to her and say, here, wife, put this on. Don't hold back, man. God ordained marriage and we can let the world show us how marriage is supposed to be. No, we supposed to show the world how a marriage is supposed to be. They supposed to look at our marriages and be like, woo, I want to be like that. Oh man, listen, go by the store. You know the store. Go by the store and get the things that you like. And say, wife, this is what I like. Turn on the music. Put on the red light or the green light, whatever you prefer. And say, okay, wife, this our time. Call the cousins and aunties and say, come pick up these here kids. I want to put on a show tonight. That's it. That's all. Fix. Women, stop. And this for some married men, I mean women. I'm not in the position, I'm not married, but I was married before, so I don't know if that qualify me. I'm just saying, listen, take initiative sometimes, man. Don't let your husband always have to be the one to initiate. No, man. Surprise the fellow with it sometimes. Blow his mind, make him go crazy. Or just taking nerves before he go to work. How we get on this topic here? That's what a Christian wife does. That's what a faithful, godly woman does. Take your mind sometimes. Send him to work all mixed up. He wasn't expecting and then be like, bam, here. Or he coming from work 6 o'clock. Take the children them by auntie. Take the children them by auntie. And soon as he walk in the door, bam. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Or when he come home, the fella done do construction all day, sweating in the sun on top of somebody's roof. Man, run the bath, man. You know what time he coming home, because he's a good fella. You know what time he coming home, but 6:15-ish of the water running. You know what I mean? They pay by of the water out for you. Take off his clothes. Don't let him take it off. Take it off. Put him in the tub. Give the fella a bath. Man, I need to do a special class. Jesus, Lord. Fix him up after, hook a brother up. Make sure the food done now. You got to make sure the food done because, afterwards you got to feed the man, give him his energy back, his strength back. I go on, man. Y'all getting too rude on this live feed. And so, yeah, man, Christians are not boring, it's just basically living by the principle of God. God never called us here to be boring, man. He called us here, he put us on this earth, to give him praise and to give him worship and whatever it is. A lot of people don't realize that within your marriage, certain things are how you worship God. You worship God by ministering together. You worship God by you and your husband and your husband and wives partaking in sexual activities. Listen, that is a form of worship. God say, be fruitful and multiply. Listen, these things are a form of worship. And people don't understand that. And a lot of people, because of church done brainwash so much women and men, that when you get married, you thinking, oh, and I ain't supposed to, and I ain't supposed to, and I ain't supposed to. You all better try out. That's why you all losing your husband, man. The fast girl, them out there taking your husband right out the church and out your bed. Because you want to listen to these people on the pulpit talking crap. The only thing I see what is a sin in the Bible is the backdoor thing, and y'all know that's an abomination to God. I don't want to say everything out loud because y'all know some churn is be on the live feed. That's an abomination when you go into that. Listen, some of y'all done try it, so don't be around here acting like y'all so. But to go into the back door, that's an abomination. God speak on it. A man laying with another man is an abomination. A woman laying with another woman is an abomination. Other than that, everything else, slip goes, bam. Hubby, you want me to look like who? You say you want me to look like Deaconess? Bam! That's what you want, long hair and Remy? Bam! Short hair? You want me to Tony Braxton? Bam! Get yourself together, man. Let us show the world what godly marriages looks like. Let us show. Come on, play with your husband. Uno, card games, dominoes. You know, a lot of us women, we don't like games. Sometimes sit down and watch the game with your husband, or let him explain the game to you so that you may be able to understand it. And then you might end up liking it. I know a few women who didn't like football, but when they understood it, they start to like football. And so let him explain it to you before the game come on. No, wait till the game come on and then wait until talking about let him explain. That only can piss them off. Wait till there's not a game night and ask him to explain football to you. And after you done explain, then maybe you will be able to understand it and you might end up liking it. Or, for me, I don't like football, so you know what I can do? I can say, the fella's coming by tonight. Yeah, baby, the fella's coming by tonight. This little role play for y'all. Yeah, baby, the fella's coming by tonight. So I'd be like, all right, then, what y'all want to eat? Whatever you do, baby. Okay, I'll have you some wings, some nachos, different variety or flavors of wings and little drinks what y'all drinking. Y'all want fruit punch. Y'all want apple cider. Y'all want wine. Y'all want, sodas. What y'all want? Lemonade. Bam, I go and I get all the things, right? I have them in a little table on the foil. Bam, I have all that together. And then I go in my bedroom, close my door, go watch my movie. Bam! Him and the boys out there enjoying the game. See, this is where the problem is. Many of us, we want to be nagging the man because he like his little football and he want his time. Give him his time. I want him to go by the bar so I can make the home, I can make the atmosphere pleasant at home. And so I know the fella like your little football. I go, listen, baby, this your room for tonight. Big flat screen TV, your games here, your drinks here, everything is there. Bam. The boys coming over? Okay, honey, I can be in the room. If you need anything, text me. Come on. Stop making these fellas miserable at home. That's why they're going to Susie. See, she say football is fun. Once you understand it, a lot of women, because my sisters watch football and she love it. I don't watch football because football was never my thing. I was always athletic, but there are a lot of sports and stuff that I like, but football was never one. I like basketball and used to play basketball when I was young, but I just never really liked football. And so, once or twice I might sit down with him and watch it. But other than that, come on, let the fella enjoy his game, man. Or if he say, hey, listen, I going by Brother Tom to watch the game, you need to carry something money. You need a case of sodas or vitamins or something to go. What you carrying? You want me to make you some wings? Let's show the world how marriage is supposed to be. And so, women of God, I gotta go. I believe this was a good discussion today. Hopefully we could do some more of these discussions. Hopefully I can bring some women on and we could have real discussions, man. We could have some real discussions on the live feed. I have some plans for this year, and so hopefully I could bring some people on, some guests, and we could sit down and have discussions on things like this. Don't have to be holy-roly all the time. We are women and men of God. We know what God desires of us. We know that we are walking line upon line, precept upon precept, but that does not mean that we are dead. And for those that are single, our flesh is not dead. Some things still has happened while we are in waiting for God. Listen, fix yourself, man. Get yourself together. The husbands are coming. Yes, Elaine. Absolutely correct. Correct. And so the husbands are coming, ladies. They are coming. I know we've been hearing this for a while, and many of us are tired. We've been waiting for a while, but they are coming. I kid you not. The husbands are coming. God has prepared them. There was a season where God was preparing them and polishing them up and, getting them prepared. God, they coming. The husbands are coming. The wives are coming. I kid you not. I'm telling you. They are coming. And so let us put ourselves in position so when they are, when God release them, they are able to locate you. Put yourself in position. Let me tell you, trust me, I have on the beacon lights, I have on the caution light, I have on the red light, and they blinking, everything blinking. As a matter of fact, I might wrap myself up in a Christmas light. See me here, I hear. See me here, don't go that way, see me here. I put on some blinking Christmas lights. See me here, buddy. I right here. Come. This is your good thing right here. This is your favor. Blessings to you all, man. I love you all so much for tuning on in. May God continue to bless you all. May God continue to open the windows of heaven and pour you out a blessing that you do not have room to contain. For those of you that share this broadcast, for those of you that want to be a blessing to this ministry, I'm going to start doing my feeding ministry here in Freeport, Grand Bahama. For those of you that don't know, I'm back home in Grand Bahama. Bam! That's the surprise. I am home. It's been a fight and it's been a struggle. Oh, they fight me, Jesus, they fight me. Oh, God, it was a fight. I could have been dead. It was a fight to get back home, but I am back home in Grand Bahama. And so the thingz, Chantel say, what? And so the things and the plans that I have for Grand Bahama, I am now able to pursue. And so for those of you that want to be a blessing to the ministry, we're going to jump right on in doing feeding, giveaways, visiting schools, the old folks home. Listen, there's a lot of work that the Lord has for me to do, and I'm going to do it. And so right now I'm going to be going into prayer and fasting for God to send me help, because I need help. Good destiny workers and destiny helpers, people that will help me in ministry. I never really asked for help because I know I was on the islands, and it was always my intention to come back home and help the people of God. And so I'm asking those of you that want to be a blessing to this ministry, you can go ahead and do that. For those of you that want to be a blessing to me, because I am also building and doing some things, if you want to be a blessing to me personally, I appreciate that you want to say, hey, I want to buy you 100 blocks. I would appreciate that. I don't usually ask, but I'm learning how to say certain things when it need to be said. You all understand that, right? I don't like to ask, but I'm learning how to say, with the help of the Holy Spirit, certain things when it need to be said. And so I thank God for what He is doing in my life. And so if you want to be a blessing to the ministry, or if you want to be a blessing to me, then please do so. And if you're doing it through PayPal, please do say, yes, Sabita. Yes, the Lord bless you always. If you want to be a blessing to me, please be Pacific, because if you're not Pacific, I'm automatically going. If you send me monies on PayPal, if you don't say, Marva, this is specifically for you, and whatever it is your project is, I'm going to automatically take that and put that towards the ministry. And so be Pacific. If it's for ministry, say ministry, and if it's for me, say me, because whatever monies is sent on PayPal usually goes to ministry. And if the Lord leads me to do something, then I go ahead and I do that. But please do let me know if you want to be a blessing to me. Be Pacific, please. I ain't taking God money in this season doing fool with it. And so, yes, I am home in Grand Bahama, and I'm looking for some help, some men and women that God would send me. And believe me, God would not only speak to me, He would speak to you also. He would confirm if you are one of those that will be assisting me in ministry. There's a lot of work for me to do here in Grand Bahama. I'll be going from settlement to settlement. I'll be going to islands as the Lord permits. And so if you are one of those that the Lord has led to be an assistant or assistance to me in ministry, then please do let me know. But He will also speak to you and me. This won't be a one-sided thing. And so I thank you so much for tuning in. I think we're going to be doing a lot more of these types of discussions, because it's really needed, man. And I want to be lighthearted and speak what it is that the Lord was saying. I may have been cracking a lot of jokes, and a lot of people don't know this side of me. Only people who are closest to me know the funny side of me. And so I may have been lighthearted, but everything that I said to you was straight up from the Holy Spirit. And we like to think we box the Lord in and we box the Holy Spirit in, thinking that these things are impossible. No, they're not impossible. I would think the first people learn how to do the do. Okay then. God created it. That's how they know how to do the do. Okay, I gone for real this time. Blessings to all of you. Martha, I know you want help, baby. You will always be my helper. You will always be my helper. I just waiting on you to get it together. Then you can be bam, full-time ministry. I'm a bearer. That's my sister, y'all. I talk to her any kind of way, but she's get it. But anyway, love that girl. Blessings to all of you. I love you so much for watching. May the Lord continue to bless you guys. Shar, you and your sister were a blessing to this ministry while I was in Exoma. Some stuff that you sent, I was able to receive them and be a blessing to people. And so I thank you to Shar and her twin sister. They were a blessing to this ministry, and I know the Lord will continue to bless them. Reference of Sabina, and listen, a lot of other people, some of them don't even want other people to know, but I know God has been blessing them. They don't even have to call me. Thank you, Pastor Knowles. I know they don't even have to call me and say, God bless me. I know God blessing them. I don't have to ask. They don't have to call me and say, who, woman of God, God just did this. I know what God is doing. If you are a blessing to this ministry, you don't have to call me and say, God, do this, and God, I know He's doing it for a fact. I don't play them type of games. No, Wani, I've been transferred back home. And so one thing I know for sure is when the Lord said to me a couple years ago, I shared this story before. He said, when either somebody is a blessing to you or this ministry, I want you to pray a prayer of multiplication over their life and for their seed to be multiplied. I'm not one of them with them gimmicks. God can bless you. God can this. No, I don't sell no prophecy. I don't lie to people. I don't do none of that. I don't do none of those. I don't put on show. I don't do nothing for money. I don't come on Facebook and prophesy for money. I don't do none of that. As y'all can see, I don't post no PayPal and bank account and all these other stuff on Facebook unless somebody asks me for my PayPal information on Facebook, then I send it to them. But other than that, I don't do that because I just don't feel right doing it. I just can't. And so I'm not one of those that will lie to people and prophesy to people for money. No, sir. God will take good care of me. Even if I got to live under one coconut tree, He will take good care of me under that coconut tree. And so, yeah, we're going to be doing a lot of things in Grand Bahama because it's needed. There's something that I really wanted to do by the children's home. I'm going to gather some information. I'm still trying to settle in. But as soon as I settle in, I'm going to go to the children's home, gather some information so that I can know exactly what it is that I need to do. There are some people that have already sowed some seed reference to the children's home. And guess what? Their funds are there for me to do what it is that needs to be done. And so we're going to get that done. And I'm going to be accountable to you. One or two things I will post just to let you know this is what your money is doing. But everything that I do not post. And so don't look all the time for me to be posting things, but you will see that we are doing some things in the community here because I believe that it is much needed. Blessings to all of you. Husbands are on the way. Good husbands at that. Listen, I see some good husbands. I see some chubby ones. I see some, little big belly ones. But these fellas can love you all, man. They can love you all. Open your hearts. Open your mind. Get away from this thing that he gotta look this way, he gotta look at that. Some fellas, listen, she might don't have the Coca-Cola shape, but the woman can love you, she gonna respect you, she's going to keep you home, your children, man, you gonna love this woman, you gonna love her. And so blessings to all of you. For some of you men that is on this live feed that is waiting for your wives, listen, this might be a woman that is a very mature woman that have, children like me. My daughter's going to be 20. She's in college. And so, I've been doing this by myself for a very long time. And so, for some of you may say, oh, I don't want a woman with children. Listen, some of these women, children, they done coming out the house, so that ain't even be a bother to you. And so God is going to be blessing some of you men, with some good wives, with experience that know how to appreciate a husband, know how to appreciate, what God has blessed them with. And many of you, men, you will watch the favor of God on your life when you move according to the will of God and marry these good women that He sent to you all, man. Stop fooling around with Susie, them man. That ain't your favor. They taking all your favor and they messing with you and things like that, man. Stop messing with these women. And some of them got you all tied up, man. They done take you. Oh, God, man. God, I try not to say some stuff. They done take you all specimens and have you all tie up. That's why you can't go to your real wife, because you tie up. Come on, man. Go and seek God, get some deliverance so you can marry the real woman that God have for you. Plenty of these people with these women and dying where they want to be. They tied up. That time we ran, you're suffering, waiting on our husband. But these girls, them got them tied up. Y'all say, right, you think this a joke. This ain't no joke, These girls, they know that ain't their husband, And they know, listen, some of them know. I know of someone now who this man is her husband. And God done tell her that's her husband. And the thing about this fella all tied down with somebody else. And the woman know that ain't her husband. She know that's not the woman husband, But she done work more witchcraft and this and that just so she can keep the other woman unhappy. These people know what they be doing. They be doing strange things. And so women, let me tell you all, this ain't the time to play. Position yourself. Position yourself. Make yourself ready. Don't just put on your Remy and your makeup, but position yourself in prayer. Also, some things you gotta break in order for these men to come home. I telling you, some things we got to break in the spiritual realm in order for these men to be set free. I telling y'all, some of them ain't even know they tied up. And the sad part about it is, when you see the thing wearing off, they all up on your line, They calling you, they texting you, they messaging you, and all of that. But the minute the woman go and tie up that thing again, they gone, start acting stupid again. And plenty women experiencing that. I telling y'all, some of y'all experience that. Some of them is your baby daddy, and you know this person's supposed to be with you. And I ain't talking about no jokers. I mean, like, for real. This the person that God say is supposed to be with you. And you know it for sure. Like, you ain't doubting and you ain't tripping out. You know this for sure. But he fooling around with these girls, and they got him all lost and tied up. Now, plenty of y'all don't take this out of context and say, oh, the pastor, the prophetess husband or the woman husband is yours. I never said that. I'm saying a lot of men are tied up, demonically tied up, for them not to walk into their purpose. And so many of you, hey, bestie, where you just coming from, man? A lot of men are tied up. Their purpose and their destinies are tied up. And so they can't even see the woman that they supposed to be with. And a lot of us, we are unhappy and ain't married today because the man that we supposed to marry tied up in somebody's bed. This is real. These things are real, woman of God. These things are real. A lot of men, the reason why you ain't married today is because your wife tied up in a relationship with one fellow she ain't supposed to be with. And so positioning yourself doesn't mean only just making yourself look good and wearing your little Remy and putting your little clothes together. No, positioning yourself means to position yourself in prayer also. Consecrate yourself. Keep your body pure. I had to break that little piece down before I go, because a lot of people think that when I say position yourself only means to make the outer appearance look good. No, deal with the spiritual also. Your good husband tied up somewhere. Your good wife tied up somewhere. And for some of you who are already married and your husband gonna leave you or your wife gonna leave you, and it's demonically, it was caused demonically. Listen, position yourself in prayer. Prostrate yourself in prayer. I gone, man. The longer I stay here, the more I see. Some of y'all, that's what y'all dealing right now. Y'all dealing with that right now. I see, but Diane, the number 2, women, your husband gone. You still married, mind you, but he gone. And the other woman bred, because the other woman do some stuff for him to be there. Some underhand stuff for him to be there. And then again, there's some women out here, good women, and you with these deadbeat man who you think they marry, they ain't gonna marry you. Get out of that. They lies. You in the church, but every now and then you slipping and sliding because you want to give them fella a little bit because you want to keep him. That man don't want you. He don't want to marry you. If he wanted you, he would have married you a long time, and he would have make an honest woman out of you because he know you trying to serve God. Get out of that foolishness, man. This the type of things y'all just don't want here. See, I get serious now, and half of them gone. That's the things what people just don't want here. You know you're a Christian woman, but every now and then you slip, you're going by Johnny 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, or you go and you post it, you spend the night. Oh, we ain't gonna do this. Not I'm a Christian. I don't. But then next thing you know, your foot up in the air, and then the next morning you talk with God. I sorry, only because you want to keep him. You try to give him a little bit so you can keep him. Mom, that ain't gonna keep him. And then boom, let me tell you what happened. Let me tell you what I just see. Those 2 women who I talking to, who slipping and sliding, but you know you say if you can end up pregnant. I see one thinking of what would say, okay, I can abort this, but the other one, you're gonna be shamed, but you ain't gonna abort the child. I being real. I telling y'all what I see, and that's why I trying to come off Facebook. The more I stay on this, the more I see. I see 2 of you. You slipping and you sliding. Don't say I on this and don't say ouch, because ain't nobody need to know it's you. Don't say ouch. You can say it because where nobody can see, but don't type it. You slipping and sliding, and the reason why you slipping and sliding is because you all really care for these fellas, and you think that if give him a little bit, it might hold him. And you won't get married, but they are not your husbands, honey. Honeys, get away from that. God have better for you. I kid you not, he has better for you. God is calling you to better. And let me tell you all, if you all would walk away, if you would deal with the pain and the hurt that it will cause, because you get hurt and you can be painful. Why? Because you all love these fellas. But if you walk away from it, it will save you the embarrassment of being pregnant, and God will bless you with your good husband. But if you decide to be disobedient to this word today, this prophetic word today, all 2 young and end up pregnant, one can have an abortion and one can keep the baby. I kid you not, and I don't speak off air. I speak what my father says. Be obedient, man. It can hurt, but cry, hit the wall, break 1 or 2 plates, and then get over it. Blessings to all of you. I gotta go. This car getting hot. I done turned off the car a couple minutes ago. I can go relax myself. Blessings to all of you. Like I said, love you. Yeah, sisters, it's time to get it together. Position yourself in prayer so you can receive what it is that God has for you. I want you guys to flourish, man. I want you guys to be happy. Ain't nothing more beautiful than a divinely connected marriage. Nothing more beautiful. If I say that you won't have hard times, that's a lie. Godly marriages are, the trials has come. But you know what keeps them together? That anointing, that it was connected by God. It's divine. And so the storms will come, the winds will blow, but they ain't going nowhere. Blessings to you. Gotta go. We'll talk to you guys later. We'll try to do more of these talks as the Spirit of the Lord leads. Continue to enjoy the rest of your day. I come against retaliation and backlash, and may every word that was spoken on this live feed, every prophetic word that was given, come to pass. And I plead the blood of Jesus over each and every one of you, and over every word that was spoken. May the Lord continue to bless you. May the Lord continue to keep you and those divinely connected to you. Blessings.